Hi everyone. We are starting in a couple of minutes. All right. I'm Sandeep Giri and we are going to go for we are going to discuss the introduction to data science, machine learning, and AI and about our courses. So it's like a basic introduction to data science, machine learning, and AI, and basically an overview of the course. Okay. Everyone, can you hear me? Wonderful to have all of you in this session. We are starting in a couple of minutes. Hi everyone. Can you hear me? All right. Wonderful. Wonderful to have all of you in this discussion. All right. Okay. So, all right. I'm turning on the chat. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. While everyone is joining, feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. Would love to know you, would love to know about you and so on. All right. Anshu, you have raised your hand. I'm allowing you to talk. All right. Please go ahead if you have a question. And yes, I'm adding the panelist. Yes, sir. I have made you the panelist, Professor Manhas. Yes, sir. Right. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, sir. You can see a video. You're on mute, sir. Hmm. You're on mute. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi everybody. Hello Sandeep.
Hi, sir. How are you doing?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
How's
And
everything? Going fine?
yes, it's wonderful. Yes, wonderful.
Yeah.
And so I welcome everyone. Great to have everyone here, and I can see people's introduction. I would go through everyone's intro after the session. Please feel free to introduce yourself, put your where are you located, what you're doing, and what you're aspiring to do. And yeah, all right, all right. Shall we start, Tezvi? Uh, just promote this view to panelist. Okay.
Yes, Sandeep, we can move ahead.
Yes. Yes, Ashu. I have turned, you can unmute yourself. I have turned on. You have raised your hand. Wonderful to meet you, Manish, Lon- London Lim, Vaibhavi. Thank you for your introduction. And Muhammad Wahidul Habib. And yes, wonderful. Yeah. All right. So I think it's time to start. And Tejvi, shall we start? Are we waiting for something?
Yes, Sandeep, we can move ahead.
All right. Hi, everyone. First of all, welcome all for the intro, or you can say the overview session of the postgraduate programs in data science and AI. And we're going to discuss more details about these programs towards the end. And the format is going to be about the speakers, about the institution, and a brief about data science, machine learning, and large language models. And we will also talk about, afterwards, the frequently asked questions. This is about a 2 hour session. Feel free to ask questions using the Q&A or the chat. The recordings and the slides will be shared after the session. So yeah, and feel free to take screenshots or feel free to record by yourself as well, right? And yes, participation certificate will be provided for this session, and you have to just fill a form during the session. So a feedback form will be provided, and you have to fill that. And once you fill that, you'll get the participation certificate. All right. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I want to introduce Professor Manhas. Professor Manhas is Professor Sanjeev Manhas. He is the professor in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department in IIT Roorkee, and he is the head of E&C department as well. He is the chief invigilator and investigator for E&ICT Academy IIT Roorkee. He's a member of technical staff at. He had been member of technical staff at Micron Technology. He has a PhD from De Montfort University. He did his MTech from IIT Madras, and yes, so he has been the pioneer behind the EICT Academy at IIT Roorkee, and ENICT Academy has provided education to quite a few people across the country. Professor Manhas, would you like to add something?
Yeah, so thank you very much, Sandeep, for this intro. And let me first of all welcome all the participants of this particular session. And EICT Academy IIT Roorkee is a program which actually uh, originally started from an initiative of Government of India, and our objective and aim is to uh, deliver uh, quality as well as advanced program in emerging technologies in sectors which are for electronics, information communication technologies, and we are initiative which is running out of IIT Roorkee, and what we do are variety of different programs which are sometimes short-term program, and some of the program are in partnership with the with our edtech partners. Primarily, we have been heavily engaged all the way along with the CloudX, and we are working with CloudX on different programs in domains which are aligned to the what you call in-demand skilling in area of AI, machine learning, data science, and various other programs that you can see. And what really we want to achieve by doing this program is to create a very vibrant environment, a learning platform where we work with our industry partner to deliver program which have been very well curated by our experts, which are professors at IIT Roorkee, but also some of the very good leading industry professionals who have very deep experience into all these deep tech technologies. And we want to make sure that there is a very sort of sound introduction to not only the foundation material in the domains of data science, machine learning, but also there is a very good practical hands-on learning along with industry cases. So this is basically an effort, and I'm sure through this particular program also, the participant will actually experience the same learning that normally happens at IITs, because the part of the content that are delivered through this program are also done by IIT professors. So you learn the same content with the same rigor as it is normally done at our IIT campus to our normal UG and PG programs. And additionally, of course, Sandeep and all other experts who have very in-depth knowledge of the topics in this particular domain, for example, data science and machine learning, LLMs, and other topics, you will really learn a lot in terms of the practical nitty-gritties of the topics, what are the demands of the industry, and what are the future directions. So this program, I'm also very sure, will provide you, if you take this program, this is very extensive, deep learning program where you will really learn foundational topics, but also great deal about the practical uh, demand and practical knowledge in terms of use cases, in terms of projects. And also we have variety of other features which are tied to this program, where we continuously do the assessment. We make sure that what you learn is also something is applied in practice. We also offer you at the end of the program a opportunity to visit Roorkee and do a 1 or 2 day focused projects, and where we access you also, and also opportunity to interact with professors. And through this program, it provides you really a lifelong networking experience with your peers, as well as also professors and other experts. So with this, I welcome you all, and I also wish you all for all your endeavors. And we are here. If you have any queries, doubt, you can get back to us either through CloudX, or you can also write directly to us, and we'll be happy to respond to your queries. Thank you
Well,
very much, and over to you.
thank you, sir. This was very important. So, those who are new to this format, right? I think Professor Manhas has given a very good overview of the course. So, these courses run by IIT as well as from industry experts. So, I'm one of the instructors, and we have done. I'm just reiterating with what Professor Mana said, that we have done quite a few courses with E&ICT, IIT Roorkee, and we have, one of the very important part of this course is that towards the end, we have the campus immersion. We have the projects there, presentations, and all the people in this course, they get together, and usually I mean, they live in a hostel, in the college hostel, the IIT Roorkee hostel, or in the guest house. So that's the campus immersion. It's pretty uh, amazing experience. I personally like to attend those campus immersions. I have attended a couple of them, but yeah. But this is a course delivered by industry as well as academia, right? So we have Professor Pravendra who would be delivering the academic side of the machine learning, whereby we will go into the details of machine learning and so on. He has a PhD and master's from IIT Kanpur, and he's a faculty in computer science department at IIT Roorkee. So and and unfortunately, he couldn't join. Professor Pravendra could not join today. And yeah, so about IIT Roorkee, those who are not aware, it's the oldest technical institution in Asia, established in 1847. It offers bachelor's degree in 11 subjects, 11 streams, and postgraduate degree in 55 disciplines. It has 23 departments, nine centers, I think more centers now, and one school with well-equipped infrastructure. And every year, students from 50 countries join IIT Roorkee for full-time or short-time training courses. And it was first amongst the IITs in the citation per faculty and so on. So it's the IIT Roorkee is a prominent institution. And yeah, about myself, the reason you see IIT Roorkee is because I'm I'm an alumni of IIT Roorkee. I graduated in 2002. I worked on large-scale computing, machine learning, and deep learning since 2002, working with D.E. Shaw, InMobi, Amazon. I also founded a couple of companies. I founded the first company was T-Bits Global. Most of the power plants in India are built using my software, and it's called T-Bits. And then I started CloudXLab. So, right. So I'll just give you an overview. So right now we are running the company. The CloudXLab is essentially an AI company, and and what we have is we have the products like the courses, gamified learning, online lab. That's under CloudXLab. While we have an app called PyQuest, you can learn Python by yourself. Just go to App Store, download the PyQuest, and get started. The other one, a very successful tool that we've recently launched is called Turno AI. Turno AI is not for education. Turno AI is a data scientist. So people like top companies that you hear of, the top pharma, wellness, logistics, they use Turno AI to do their analytics, data science in an instant. They don't you don't have to wait, or people don't have to code. Now the Turno AI is your junior data scientist. You tell it to do things, it does things. So you can sign up on Turno AI. It's free right now, and quite a few organizations across the globe are using it. Okay. The other is ILA Health, EYLA, ILA Health. ILA Health is an initiative by CloudXLab. It's basically a women's health centric applications of AI. So yeah, so these are the various products of CloudXLab, and these are the courses and so on, right? So if you sign up in CloudXLab, you will see the environment this is called the gamify playground at CloudXLab. It's a gamified learning environment where you'll see the content. There's a playground. It asks you to do things, then it gives you the grades. Then it gives you a real world experience, seamless, and all the sets and are available in the lab, and you can connect from any device. And you have the social learning experience whereby you see who all are part of it. You can connect with them. You can message them. It shows whatever whatever you are achieving. Those points are shown on your user profile. The jobs, with respect to jobs, we have all sorts of jobs postings in the job portal, and yeah, and we ourselves, CloudX Lab ourselves, hire engineers for Turno AI or our own engineering part. So we have hired quite a few people from our own courses, and and we have been successful at hiring, right? Because when we are hiring, we ensure that we hire the people who add value to us. I'm pretty happy to say that all the people who have hired from the courses, right, from our own courses, they are pretty successful, even with us. Now, coming back to the exams, so we have the exams, we conduct these exams, we call them placement eligibility test and so on, right? So that's about CloudX Lab. So now I'm going to talk about the general ideas about data science, machine learning, and AI. And I'm going to just give you a very brief sketch of things. And so that those who are very new to AI, data science, and machine learning, they get a perspective of what's going on with it, in the world. All right. So, all right. Any questions for me before I go ahead? Yes, don't worry. Certificate for this session will be provided. All right. Yeah. No questions? Wonderful. Wonderful to see everyone. I'm pretty happy to see such a great turnout in this session. And there are quite a few people who are watching right now on YouTube or on Zoom or on LinkedIn. Wonderful. I'm going to start with the basics of things and and we will continue from there. A question is, how long has CloudXLab been started? I started CloudXLab long back. It was called No Big Data in 2014. I started teaching people data engineering, the things that I learned in my experience. And that turned out to be pretty useful for people. So people were attending. And then we created a lab on the cloud and we started calling that CloudXLab. CloudXLab, we started in 2016, this time. Okay, so we have completed now 9 years. Okay, we have completed 9 years for CloudXLab, and we have been successful at teaching to around 400,000 people so far, for 4 lakhs, those who are from India. So it's a good number. Lots of people have attended, they have taken the courses, some recorded, some live, and so on. And very proud to say that our learners who have attended our sessions are leading the industry. If you search on LinkedIn about CloudX Lab, you'll see quite a few people who have attended and posted their certificate, and you can see that they're doing pretty well. All right. Yes, Prabha, I would go into more details about how much work is needed, and I'll spend more time into explaining the way the courses work. Okay, so I'll just briefly walk you through the data science, machine learning, and AI. Then we'll come back to the courses. All right. So what exactly is the data science? Data science is an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, and algorithms and systems to extract knowledge and insight from structured or unstructured data. So everything to do with data comes under data science. Okay, as simple as that. So which effectively means that almost every organization that has data and they need to do anything with the data, they have to use data science. Now, data science, as you would expect, is an interdisciplinary field. It is it requires understanding of statistics, maths, computer science, information science, domain knowledge, and so on. Domain knowledge, as in if you are from medical field, you would need these things. Now, the beautiful part about today's time is that some of these statistics, math, computer science, information science has become language. So you can ask the AI to generate code for you, generate maths for you, generate other logic or algorithms for you, and you don't have to learn each and every part if you just want to use. So that's the beautiful part about today. Let's say you are a domain expert and you want to get into data science. So what you can do is you can probably attend our applied AI course, understand the basics of terminology and understand how things work, understand how to get things done using an AI agent such as Terno, which will code for you, get the work done for you. And all you got to do is command it. And to learn how to command it, you just need to know the basic terminology and understanding of what each of the parts do. Okay, so I'll go into more details about the two courses that we have. So we have two courses. One is an applied course, one is an architect course. And those who are from a domain but are not not very interested into going into deep architecture, and they just want to utilize data science in their project, in their domain. For them, the applied AI course is the one that we would recommend. For those who really want to understand how things are working, how algorithms are working, how to design algorithms, we recommend them the architect course. Okay, these are the two courses we have. Now, yeah, so we will carry on with our discussion on data science and machine learning. What exactly is machine learning? Machine learning is the field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Meaning that instead of you telling the computer that do this, do that, you basically give it a lot of experience and let it learn from that experience, right? Like, for example, instead of you writing the logic saying, if the subject line of an email contains sales, we call it spam. Instead of you writing these rules, you'll give a lot of spam emails and not spam emails and tell it that learn from it. And then you have the model that basically can classify an email into spam versus not spam. So we'll go into more details during the course about this. Now, let me give you a very good example of machine learning, like machine learning from data. The machine learning, when you hear, it means machine. It's a branch of it's a field of study whereby we make the machine learn from the data by itself rather than we telling it exactly what to do, right? So instead of like here, I'm going to walk you through a very beautiful demo of computer playing Mario. Have you guys played Mario? And so, can you believe that the computer can also learn to play Mario by itself? Okay. So the way it works is that program, right? So program learns to play Mario by observing it, and let's go through it. Okay. All right. So this is the first day. The program is just observing, recording the screens, and just pressing keys randomly, and that's it. This is the beginning day. And you can see that the keys are being pressed and it's not doing much. So it's just jumping around and it died of the old age. Couple of couple of sessions later, it is kind of working a little better. It's kind of working a little better. You can see that. Okay. But it's kind of stuck and it's not able to move. Okay. After learning for some more time, now it also learns to do a little better. You can see that. It also learns to do a little bit. You see that? Now it's not having any difficulty at all. Do you think he'll clear? Yes, I think yes. So it has learned to figure out by itself everything. You're going to see something amazing now, something that is beyond human. Okay? So it learned from the data, it figured out the strategies that people never knew, and that's what you're going to see something. You see that? What was that? What was that? I'll show you there. So here, the moment the moment Goomba is jumping on it, it starts moving downwards and it gets the point. You see that? It got 100 points basically because it just started moving downwards. So instead, otherwise the Goomba could have killed it. So it figured out, the program, the software figured out the bug in it and basically hacked the game. So that's a beauty about That's the beauty about machine learning by itself. Okay. When machine is learning by itself, it can see things very differently from us. You see that? It basically figured out how to not fall. We have no idea how did it do that, but it is able to do that. You see that? Now, it kind of, when you let it play by itself, gather the data, learn by itself, that's when it does the magic, right? So it reaches to even that kind of level as me and my cousins when we used to play game. They and if my siblings or cousins, when they are losing, they will just spoil the game. Or in case I'm losing, I'll spoil the game and run because at least I would not lose. The same thing when the program was not able to win, it just kept on pausing the game. So it's kind of building that intelligence, intuition, or there are quite a few things that you can call it, right? So effectively, 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 the best way of learning is by learning from data. So you need data science to build the data and build all of this environment for the AI to learn and for the machine learning to learn from data, for the machines to learn from the data and do the wonderful thing. And because of this, because of the machine learning, you have AI today. What you have right now is the chat GPT, for example, or Gemini. We call them large language models. They are able to do wonderful because they learned from the data. People did not code them. We did not write exactly that. If somebody says this, say that. Nobody wrote that. Instead, we trained it. So I'm going to walk you through briefly through AI. So what exactly is AI? AI is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is an objective. It's an and objective saying building a machine that shows intelligence like people, right? Or animals. So we basically, artificial intelligence is like the branch of study whereby we try to build things which are intelligent or artificial intelligence like humans or animals. AI is essentially a full objective. Okay. It's not like a one specific tool or one specific technology. It's an objective. Okay. So AI can be achieved using hardware, such as hardware. You see the robots contain hardware. There are IoT sensors, Internet of Things. They're like the hardware sensors and so on. On one hand, the AI is built using software and hardware together. Now, inside software, you have two kinds of software. One, in which the rules are written by the engineers or the programmers. Okay. In the second, the rules are written so that it can learn from data. Okay. So the machine learning is that branch of software engineering and maths and computer science whereby you do not explicitly code the machine. Instead, you let it learn from the data, right? And one part of the machine learning is called deep learning. Deep learning is the the machine learning models, the way we design the algorithm, it is inspired by animal brains or human brains. So that's called deep learning. And those who are wondering, like, what is transformer? Transformer is basically one special kind of deep learning, further deep learning models, or you can say neural network model called transformers. All right. So, yeah. All right. Somebody has raised hand. You want to go ahead? You can put the question on the chat. I would love to answer your question. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So somebody's asking any 2 to 4 days course on machine learning, deep learning. I think you can just ask ChatGPT or Gemini saying, teach me machine learning, deep learning in a 1 day time. Okay. It would teach you. I can guarantee that. All right. So that was the question. Now, then next comes the generative AI, right? The chat GPT kind of thing. Okay. So this generative AI is part of like the machine learning, where machine has learned to speak the next word. And today we have amazing tools which are generating language, generating code, generating you know mathematical symbols. So you have, as of today, you have the same thing called machine learning. One part of the machine learning models, which basically are able to predict the next token or next character, just like your keyboard, they are able to do wonderful job. We call them large language models. So large language model gave birth to a new branch of AI called generative AI. And the way it works is, I'm going to walk you through quickly through the way it works. So it's not something new, what I've shown here. All of you, I'm assuming that you have all used ChatGPT. So you ask it a question, it gives you answer. Okay. Right. So this is a special kind of machine learning model. We call them large language models. And the way it works is it learns to predict the next token. For example, we we taught it to say like heart when somebody says, remember that wherever you're. Okay. So wherever your heart is, you will find treasure. So the way you can see that we taught machine to say the next word, right? We taught from the entire data of the world, we taught the machine to say the next word. And by combining all of this, we are able to say, remember wherever your heart is, you will find treasure. So you can see that it is auto completing. So by just predicting the next word, by making the machine say the next word, we are able to frame the sentences. Okay. Now we turn this autocomplete into Q&A. How? You can think of it like this. What is the capital of India? And we have said answer colon underscore. I mean blank. Now it says New Delhi is capital of India. So you can see that Q&A is actually similar to auto-completing, right? Here, we made a machine that could autocomplete, and we trained the same machine to autocomplete answer. And that's how the Q&A systems are built. All right. Now, the okay, so this is one interesting question. Let me answer your question. The question from Devika is, how many months you feel it requires to learn data science from scratch? If we study around 4 hours a day, okay. If you're going to study 4 hours a day, you can achieve it in maybe 3 months, okay. And it depends on what you are trying to learn, okay. And it all depends, okay. So a question from Sonal is, in machine learning, unless and until you add the data, the output is not generated, right? That's correct. Okay. No, not always like this, right? So sometimes, like many of the systems, they generate the data even based on random numbers. Like most of face generation program, like if you see, there is this program called the this person does not exist, right? This person does not exist. If you see, this is one machine learning model that generates a human-like face. Okay, this is a human-like face. Okay, so it's basically, it doesn't require any input. You don't have to input. Okay, so you can train a model. If you give it a humongous data, you can train a model to generate the outcome, right? This particular model, the one that I'm showing you on the screen, is called generative adversarial networks, whereby it basically learn to paint, just like a painter. By trying to draw the faces again and again, it learns to draw, right? And learns to draw the face. It's the first generative AI that was there, and it doesn't require input from us. All right. So there are some systems that don't require the input from us. A question from is how AI will help in data science. AI will help in data science a lot. Like for example, the tools like Turno AI, the one that you're seeing on the screen, it basically does entire data science for you, for importing data, connecting one source to another, transforming data from one format to another. And there is like connecting data means, like, if let's say from one place there are certain fields coming in, from another there are certain fields expected. So the AI can translate that this column goes here, this column, and this column goes here. So that kind of the ETL, or you can say extract, transform, and load, all of that is impact, I mean, can be done using AI. So data engineering, machine learning, most of these models can be built by AI today, and that's what Turno does. Okay, so AI would help in data science. So data science helps in AI. Okay, using data science, you build machine learning models. From machine learning model, you build AI, and using AI, you can further do the data science, right? So eventually, the tool, like hammer makes the hammer better. Using hammer, you build another hammer. Exactly that way. All right. Um, a question from yeah, thank you, Mohammed Vaidul. That yes, there is a facial sentiment analysis. All of that is a part. A question is, could you please explain transformers, pipelines with examples? So, transformer is just one format of machine learning models, and probably we'll go into more details during during our course. But anyway, there is one video on our course. Like if you go to CloudXLab page, you will find one of the chapters around transformers. Okay, let's move ahead. All right. Now, one of the things is that why do we see that the machine learning is everywhere? Everywhere you go, there is machine learning. You see that people talk about machine learning models, this and that. Why is it that there are so many use cases, right? The important part to notice is that every industry across the globe is trying to predict something, right? Every industry, let's take some example. Manufacturing industry is trying to predict what products to manufacture, what process optimizations need to be done, what price of product to cap, and so on. Agriculture industry is trying to predict which crops to grow, what would be the prices to produce, what process to follow, right? Similarly, healthcare industry is trying to predict the disease based on symptoms, the which drugs are effective, how can a pandemic be stopped, and so on. So every industry is trying to predict something. Okay, so that's why that's why machine learning is very, very important for every industry, because machine learning is that branch of science where we learn to predict the next things. We learn to predict the next action, learn next word to speak, and so on. So we use the mathematical model, we use the computer science computing models, or we call them machine learning models, We train them from the data so that they can predict the next steps. So if you have experience, we make it observe, and then it is able to predict those. That's why the machine learning is everywhere. Okay. And for machine learning to happen, it requires experience, it requires data, and the data engineering, data extraction, everything is relevant to the machine learning. So, so the entire data science field basically is designed today around predicting something. Okay. All right. So a question from Abhishek Verma is that could you please explain in some detail the most critical paper which forms the basis of ML, Gen AI, and everything that we have at our disposal? That paper is attention. Right. I'll love to. Uh, Abhishek, I would love to explain that probably during the course. Want to go into more details, but don't worry. The important part to understand is that even if I mean, how should I say? From time to time, we believed that various models are the only way to do things. So people came up with LSTM, before that people came up with recurrent neural networks, before that neural networks, and so on and so forth. And every time we felt that that was it. Okay. But the most important part was that it's not it. There are a lot of attention is attention. You will see there's a model called attention transformer is actually by luck. Okay. So even if you go through the paper, even if you learn exactly what it is doing, that's not going to help much. Okay. So, and it's not, I would say the most important part to understand about machine learning is uh, is how to make the machine learn. Okay. That is using, let's say, the gradient descent or backpropagation. And that's what I'm going to do much more details. A more important part that I'm going to focus during my course is make everyone learn how to build algorithms from scratch. Okay. And how to think about making the machine learn. So the most important part of your question is a very important part, a very important question regarding the attention is all you need. I would go into more details probably in another session. Okay. All right. Let's yeah, move ahead. Okay. All right. So there are two courses. One is the architect course. Architect course is a very deep dive. It's a 10 months blended learning program. We have classes every weekend whereby the professor or myself, we will be answering your questions. We will be um, doing lots of exercises during the class and so on. So in this particular course, it's not your usual course. This 10 months blended program is not the usual course that you see around. In this course, you don't watch. It's not a theory class. Instead, you solve problems. You will work on a particular simple problem, and you will come up with the algorithm in the class. Okay. That essentially is an exercise that we will do so that you build your muscle, you build your understanding about creating the algorithm from scratch. Because there are two ways to do the data science. Okay. One, by building the algorithms or by building the AI, by building the machine learning. And the other genre is that you utilize the AI to do the code for you to get your work done. So it's like there are two, and that's why we have launched two courses. This is an applied course. It's a short-term course, 3 months self-paced program where you learn about the data, the machine learning, and how to utilize AI, such as Turno AI, to get your work done. And this course is much easier, much this course is good for those who want to get their work done, who want to apply AI in their vertical, who want to learn to apply data science in their vertical. This course is for them. Okay. While the first course is for those who have the innate curiosity into how the computer science, how computer science, maths, or machine learning is working together to build things like ChatGPT, right? So is in this program, we will learn how to build things like ChatGPT from scratch. You, we like the purpose is to build intuitions, right? Everything in this architect program is going to be hand coded. We will try not to use an existing library. Instead, we will build most of these libraries by hand. And that basically ensures that your problem solving skill or your algorithm design skill becomes so good that you are able to solve almost every problem. Here, the aim is that you should be able to invent and do the research in the AI. You take the AI forward. You take the machine learning world forward by inventing new systems. So that's the main idea. And those who are from computer science, or let's say you have done your masters in machine learning, masters in engineering, or so on and so on. So this course is for them. This course is for those who aspire to build AI. Okay. This course is for those who aspire to do data science, those who aspires to build, use AI to do the predictions, forecasting, do all sorts of utilization of machine learning or data science or AI in their domain. All right. So these are the two primary courses. And this course starts with a very simple way, simple things like we start with learning to count in the first architect course, whereby you design your own number system. Then you design your own algorithm to do things like computing square root, computing logarithms, and then you learn to do little more complex things like how would you shrink an image, zoom an image, how would you do the sorting, how would you do the searching. All of these algorithms need to be invented by you. And then we go on to do the linear regression. But the only difference, the way linear regression we do is that you have to code each and every part, and you have to invent your algorithm to do the gradient. Instead of I teaching you gradient descent, that's a core algorithm in entire machine learning. I make you invent it. Okay. So we make you invent algorithms rather than memorizing. That's the core soul of the architect course. And because we realized that there is no end to the machine learning models, there are a zillion um, ideas. And if you start memorizing, saying that this is transformer, this is RNN, this is LSTM, this is vision model, this is that, you just get confused. And then, and also, you won't be able to solve hard problems, right? Or you won't be able to clear the machine learning interviews at Google or Facebook or any of the top companies, right? So the aim of this particular course is you should be able to, you know, get into the machine learning researcher, machine learning engineer roles at the top companies, and you can basically eventually invent something. So that's the core soul of the course. And the second course is designed for the people who have worked in companies or who are planning to work in companies. Let's say you are planning to work in real estate and you want to build a model so that you can um, predict the house pricing, right? So you will be able to do that after this particular course. Okay, so you can take the analogy like this. There are musicians. Musicians don't build the musical instruments. They play the musical instrument to make music, right? So applied course is for the professionals who don't want to create AI, but use AI to get their work done, to get their data science done, right? And the architect course is the people who want to create the musical instrument rather than only playing it, right? So that's the two courses, and you take your pick which one do you want to go ahead with. This is something that I would be. This is a 10 months course, a hard course, but I can guarantee you this thing that for 10 months, every session will change you. Every session you attend of this course will change you. It will it will make you a thinker. It will force you to to come out of the mental blocks, come out of come out of your existing status quo, and it'll change you just like in it's not a content to consume. It's a exercise where you all come and work. So that's an architect course. And the way the thumb rules of the course is, if you're coming to this course, my request is number one, um, during my live lectures, sit with pen and paper and have the computers ready. People usually have both, like they connect from the phone so that they can hear and put the earphones, and they have the laptop so that they can code together. So that is first thing. So you come with the mindset that you're going to work with me. It may look like 10 months is a long program, but you will find that every single session is going to make you think different. Okay, so that's the whole idea. And purpose is that you should start enjoying the computer science, the maths, the things that you left earlier. You should start enjoying and connect the dots together so that you can see that, oh, this is where my maths is used. This is where what I studied in 10th grade is being used, and so on. And you will, and that internalization is something that I we have done as part of this 10 months course. So, right. And I guarantee that even if you've forgotten the maths, even if you've forgotten the statistics, you will be able to handle it. Okay. So, and in case you are not able to understand something, the onus is on me, because I would try to come up with better analogies, better words to use in order to explain to you. So ask a lot of questions in my class, and your questions is the purpose of the class. It's not stopping the class. That's going to be the mode of delivery, right? The instructors, and you also have to respect everybody's questions. You need to learn. We all need to respect each other's questions, uh, and it's okay to spend a lot of time answering everyone's question rather than trying to skip and cover the course. It's completely okay. The purpose of the class is going to be able to answer questions, because that's the main important part. The content is all available on internet. There are zillions of books around it. So I'm not going to feed you the content. Instead, you're going to work with me, get your questions answered. You will have discussions, and that's the whole format of the class. I have the content prepared. I have probably more than more than 1,000 slides. Yeah, I have around not 1,000 slide, more than 20,000 slides I have on uh, this course, but I don't use them anymore. Instead, we give the exercise, everybody works on it, we discuss it. If anybody has doubts, we all try to answer that question, structure the question in a manner that everybody understands it, and that's how 10 months pass by and you become a different person. So this is the course that we are starting now, probably in the next the coming week, coming next Saturday, Sunday is going to be next Sunday is going to be its first class, and we will continue there. Okay, so we will go much more detailed into it. Okay, and the second course is an applied 3 months course whereby there's a 2 months of there is 1 to 2 months of theoretical, the exercises in the learning management system. You have to understand how to do machine learning, what is structured data, unstructured data, how to do statistics, what are the key important parts of the statistics. So this course is not, again, it's not just basic terminologies. This course is designed for you to do the basic analysis on data, uh, and going for deep analysis. You should be able to do the machine learning and predictions, forecasting on your data during this. So they're going to be more than 10 real world project, and each and every part of this course is going to be real hands-on driven, in the sense that, let's say, I we have to explain to you what is mean or median. So you'll have to get some data, upload it to Turno, and ask it to compute the mean and median, go through how it computed, and understand how that one is working. Okay, so basically each and every part is going to be very relevant for doing the forecasting, doing the analysis, complex analysis on the data. So it's not only it's not a course about only the prompt engineering. It's a course about data science using AI. Instead of you coding it, you're making the machine code it for you, and but you are in charge. Okay, it's like, instead of you pulling the cart, instead of human pulling the cart, you are making the machine pull the cart. So you are learning to drive. Okay. This course, you can think of it like, this course is like a driver course, and this course is like a mechanical engineer course. So you're building the machines here, and you are using the machine here. You're learning to drive the machine. Okay. So that's the whole idea about it. All right. Let's jump into some of the questions now. Okay. Very interesting questions. Um, all right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for wonderful questions. Okay. Abhishek, right, I will go into more details about your questions one on one or in the class. Your questions are really important. Okay. So, first question was, could you please explain in detail some more technical? Okay, perfect. This we have already discussed. A question from Nishant is, how do I train a model on my custom data and have LLM answer based questions? How do I train a model on my custom data and have a LLM based answer? Yeah, you can do that. We call that distillation model. Okay, we call that distillation, a knowledge distillation, whereby we have the custom data, we have LLM based answer, and we train a model. Okay, and yeah, basically you just need too much data. Okay. And it's going to be, you might have to use something called embedding. So look up embeddings, and you basically convert the input into this and have the answer and so on. So that's basically knowledge distillation. Lots of people do that. Okay. Okay. A question from Kapil is, Here, can we do some actual projects with IITR to better show on resume? Yes, you will have to talk to professor, and quite a few, like if somebody is doing pretty good in my classes, I usually pick them and put them in my company, like Turno AI. And my current team of Turno AI has quite a few engineers from the course. Okay. So usually and because we have quite a few customers and the engineers get to work with the customer, and they I usually hire them more, like quite a few people from my own course. So yeah. So you have an option to work with me or work with professor. All right. You can show that work as a professional work. Okay. But if you do pretty good in my projects, then I'm not going to leave you. I might have to hire you. Okay. So that's how it is. Now, coming back to it, because my primary intent of running these courses is to have really good engineers pipeline for myself, as well as, have the future engineers. A question from Wahidul is that XGBoost, random forest, ANN, CNN, confusion matrix. Yes, all of this will be taught in our deep learning course, like the 10 months program, the architect course. Yes. Abhishek's question is that probability, calculus, statistics, functions, graphs. Some of these I would be covering, and I would be giving you the hints on where to go from there so that you can go into details. In the beginning, I would be very honest. In the beginning, when I was doing the architect course, I used to tell people go study probability, study calculus, study statistics, and so on. But then a strange thing was happening. A strange thing that was happening is that I would tell people to go study calculus. And when people did not study calculus, I would say that you did not study calculus, therefore, you are not able to understand the core concepts. And that, because that's not something, that's something right thing to do, because I have to make sure that you learn the underlying machine learning. Therefore, I no longer ask people to go and study probability calculus and all of those books. Instead, I try my best to cover whatever is required during the course. Okay. Because many people, when they went to study calculus, still they did not learn the core idea of calculus. The core idea of the calculus was that it is the first definition. Okay. That's something that everybody missed, even those who were pretty good with calculus. Similar is the case with probability. People went, studied probability, but they forgot that it's just counting. Probability is basically counting. Similarly, when I looked at the coding aspects. So the core idea went missing in most of the cases. That's why I decided that we will, instead of people going here, there, and so on, or I redirecting people to first finish this or having that hard prerequisites, I basically assume that nobody has studied the calculus and teach it that way. And I'm pretty successful, and I'm pretty happy with the success of people who have attended my classes, and they have done marvelous. Uh, they learned calculus in a new way. Okay, they learned calculus in a new way, and for that matter, I thought that I knew calculus. I also learned calculus in a new way by doing the machine learning. Okay. Similarly, matrices or linear algebra, for example, people go around reading linear algebra and so on and so forth. And the basic idea about linear algebra is that instead of a single number, we are dealing with a list of numbers or list of lists of numbers and so on. And that's a core idea of linear algebra. So the heart of linear algebra, heart of probability, heart of calculus, I'll try to cover. by making you do a couple of exercises, and you will have an idea. Okay, you will have an idea. I can guarantee that. Okay, you'll get to feel that. Okay, because even though I was redirecting to these subjects, but what was happening is many people did not have time to finish the calculus, linear algebra, and so on. And everybody had this guilt that, oh, I'm not able to understand the subject because I did not properly study it. So that is something that I have avoided. Now I basically assume that nobody has studied calculus or linear algebra or statistics, and and that's when I realized that it's actually possible. It's actually possible to teach. I hope this made sense. These are very deep question, hard question. Okay. A question from Salu is that good evening. Which program do you suggest for a data analyst? Right. So the question that you got to answer is okay. Let me put it this way: that you may say that you are a data analyst, okay, but that doesn't really define you. Okay, that doesn't define you. What defines you is where is your curiosity? Okay, if your curiosity is to understand how do these algorithms work, you take my 10 months architect program. If your curiosity is to figure out and solve an industry, like for example, you want to figure out supply chain, right? That's where is your curiosity. Go for my applied AI course. Okay, so that will be my answer to it. All right. A question from Harsh is, can you do this course while working full time? How many hours per week would you need to invest in 10 months course? Can a newbie take the course? Does it require prerequisites? I'll just go back. Okay. So yes, good question. Good question. So first question is, can I do this course while working full time? Okay. You would have to work at least 4 to 5 hours in your time for this course. At least 4 to 5 hours. So, like minimum 1 hour a day, you must do at your own, minimum 1 hour. Okay. The more hours you do, the better it is. Okay. Because in this course, I would be giving you the exercises and you have to solve those during the class and after the class. Okay, so that's the model, and then there is a lot of learning material in the LMS. If you are absolute beginner, you might take a little more time. So what happens is sometimes people ask for moving them to next batch because they could not complete the entire thing in 10 months because they were like absolute beginner in Python and other things. So they usually go for two jumps, right? So they finish one course and then so that we are okay with, and that we are completely okay with, and yeah. So okay. And now next question was, can a newbie take this course? Yes. If you are okay with up to 10th, 11th grade maths, 10th, 11th grade maths, you should be okay with you will be able to handle this course easily. Okay. And just that you should come with the open mind. Come with the open mind. Don't come with the mindset that I am going to just get a certificate. I'm just going to come here to just, get a tag. No, you come with a mindset, with the open heart that you're going to work with me, you're going to work on these exercises, going to work without thinking about anything. You will just solve the problems without worrying about anything. And you will not lie or cheat in the sense that you would not go back, get that exercises done from somebody else. So that is something that I ask, right? And or you won't basically get it done by chat GPT or something. So if you are a newbie and completely newbie, come over and and audit the course. Maybe let's say first few weeks you realize that, oh, this is not something I wanted or am enjoying, you can take a refund. Okay. first couple of weeks. Okay. For the background for architect program is that you must have the basic understanding of Python or some like basic, just basic. You should be okay with basics of any programming language. Okay, that is my expectation, and also like 10th, 11th grade maths. That is something that would be great. Okay. And more than that, my prerequisite for the course is come with the mindset of a child, of a teenager, right? Some come with the mindset of, let's say, 9-year-old, right? Whatever is there, you just experiment, experiment, experiment. Instead of judging, is it right thing to do me? Is it right thing for me? Or, right? So after you join the course, you should park your thoughts like, is this right thing for me? Or can I do this? Right? Just park all those thoughts aside, and I can guarantee that you'll be able to do it. Okay. So that's the prerequisite for my course. Okay. A question from Abhishek Verma is that it's definitely not about learning jargons, libraries. That's correct. I hope. Yes. I'm not going to do that. It's about thinking from scratch. That's correct. That's exactly my thought process is that I'm going to make you think from scratch. Okay. And I see we have a tendency to be a wrapper on GPT. That's correct. Like people basically do that, but it's okay. I would say that all of these things, there is some amount of learning that you got to do. Like wrapping chat GPT or doing that is all okay, but you can do the invention there as well. Okay. And even if you are a wrapper on ChatGPT, if you are doing innovations around it, that's also a beautiful thing. Okay. So I would say that my thought process here is going to be completely about thinking from scratch. Okay. Thinking from scratch. Every part, every problem, you basically think that you will be able to solve it and you will be able to solve it. Okay. Yeah. The other continuing question from Abhishek is that instead we should think from the perspective of inventor. That's exactly what it is. And we should try to get in the minds of inventor and work from ground up. Exactly. Exactly. That's how you got to do. That's how like my inspiration for the course design is from from the lectures where like if you go into the history, when Claude Shannon was attending his class. Claude Shannon is the person who created information theory, and his professor gave him an exercise to do, and he worked hard on it. He came up with a solution, and that it became a complete uh, information information theory, a complete branch of computing and maths. Okay, so it became a study in itself. Okay, so that's exactly how I have structured my class, right? Starting from the beginning, designing number system, computing square root, computing logarithms, computing, building, the convex minimization problems, all of these things like solving equations by using computers. How can you make the computer solve equations rather than you solving it? And so on and so forth. So we start with that mindset, like inventing your decision trees, inventing your linear regression, all of that part. So the entire architect course is designed in that way. All right. So how is applied data science and AI program is different from architect? So it's exactly like this. In architect course, you are learning to build the machinery. Okay, you're building the mindset of an inventor in of the machinery, right? While in the applied course, what you're doing is you are the driver and you're making the machine, you are driving the machine, you're driving the AI, you're right to get data science done on your data. Let's say you are from, let's say, supply chain domain, and what you want to do is you want to do the forecasting. Okay, so you should be able to do the forecasting given the data. So you right. So just like you learned Excel sheet, being from the non-technical background, build the formulas, get the work done. Similarly, similarly here in applied AI course, you will learn to do data science or machine learning using Turno, using Claude Desktop, like using agentic AI. All right. I hope that makes sense to you. Instead of somebody coding for you, you will basically get your coding done by the Turno AI. Okay. So a question from hers is also, would you have recorded class that we can? Yes, of course. Every session is recorded, and some like we will try to also annotate the class, and this Zoom has started giving that subtitles and so on. A question from Gurkaran is, how long is the applied course? Applied data science AI course is essentially for 3 months ideally. Okay. But in case you are not able to complete in 3 months, you can move to the next batch. So that means that turns it into more than 3 months. Okay. All right. And yeah. Question from Wasim is that I do not have the dev background. How much of effort will it require for me to come to this speed? First of all, is this course suitable for someone like me? Current My current background is DevOps. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So I think you can give it a shot. Many people from the DevOps background have done wonderful in my class in past. Okay, so you would be able to do. I have seen pretty much success. Okay, all right. So don't worry. Come to the class. Start with the mindset that you're going to code. You're going to design algorithms. If you're going for architect course. Okay. It's a shift in the mindset. Okay. All right. Will you receive a course certificate from IIT Roorkee or CloudXLab? You will receive the certificate signed by IIT Roorkee and CloudXLab. The teams from both, there'll be signatures from me because I'm one of the instructors, and there would be signature of somebody if somebody else is taking the class, and then the signatures from the IIT Roorkee, from the chief investigator as well as the professor who is taking the class. Okay, so basically there are two certificates in this course. One, if you are going for the CloudX Lab alone, then the certificate is different. The price is also different. If you're going with IIT Rookie certificate, the pricing is different and the certificate is different. Okay, all right. A question is, I don't have an engineering background. Which one is suitable for me? Okay. So, yeah, if you don't have engineering background and you want to pursue the data science and so on, I would say go for applied AI course. That will be good enough for you. Okay. How is the applied AI course and AI course different from architect? I hope you got it. Right. I answered it earlier. Is there a separate 10-month program? Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the 10-month PG program, maybe there is a typing mistake here or there. 10-month program is a architect course. Okay. 10-month program is an architect course whereby we go deep dive into the machine learning, AI, data science, and we learn from scratch the first principles. I was told that applied data science, yeah, I think that there is a terminology mistake. Okay, we would be correcting that. The 10-month program is an architect course. Okay, all right. A question is, I have no prior experience in programming at all. Could you please advise how much time and effort I should realistically need to put into this to become reasonably proficient? Okay, so I think what you can do is you can just go to CloudX Lab, sign up for, let's say, the course. Okay, spend spend say next 6 months on learning to code, and then come back join back in the next batch. Okay, so that I mean that would be my say. But you should have like a basic Python knowledge, right? Or just put let's say if you are absolutely beginner, you can just put like let's say 2 to 3 days work and get started. Okay, that way once you become like okay, right, you'll be able to do it. Quite a few people in my past batch, they were absolute beginners. In the architect course, they were absolute beginners, but they gained it. They worked hard, they worked with me, and then they kept on, learning. At least there are three people who in my current batch who have done outstanding, who had no previous background in the coding. But what they did was they worked very hard. They spent 6 hours a day, every night, working on the coding, working on the exercises. Okay, so I think you'll be able to handle it if you dedicate yourself. Okay. Okay. I mean, there have been quite a few success stories from my class, from the architect course. Okay. All right. All right. What was your question, Salu? You were, yeah. For data analyst, if you are, yeah, your question was which program do you suggest for data analyst? If you aspire to go deep into learning how to build machine learning models from ground up, and from that perspective, I would say you go ahead and go ahead with architect course. Otherwise, go with, if you are focused on an industry per se, medical sciences or any other industry, HR or so, and your interest lies in that industry, go for applied. Okay. All right. Okay. I hope this is okay. Is agentic system part of curriculum? Good question, Ashish. Thank you. So one of the chapters during so first few months go in learning to code. Okay. So those who are beginning in Python and so on, they all basically in architect, I'm talking about the architect course. In the architect course, the beginning few months go in learning fundamentals and the algorithm design, right? During that period of time, what we do is one of the exercises to build an agentic system like Turno AI. Okay, that's part of exercise. Okay, and I think that is the most powerful thing to do, because in order to learn agentic systems, is the only way to learn it is by building one. Okay, by building one. And in today's time, you can essentially, during my class, uh, some of the code we will just ask ChatGPT to code for us, and then we'll get it done. Right? I'm talking about the architect course. So agentic systems are part of the curriculum, but in a different style, right? In a different style, right? Instead of talking about RAG system, this, that, during Python course, a couple of exercises are going to be based on doing sentiment analysis using large language models and so on. So the first part of the course where we learn to invent algorithms, that's where a lot of these things will finish off. Okay. The AI, most of the AI engineering part is actually part of the Python course. Okay. Like deploying a model or using a model and so on. All of that is in my algorithm design course. Okay. You'll just code. All right. All right. Yeah. So, right. If you're a data analyst, go for architect course. It'll be okay. Yeah. All right. The fees is displayed on the website. Okay. And you can reach out to my team. Okay. A question from Guru Karani. So certificate will be for architect course and not for applied data science and AI. No, the certificate will be for both. Certificate, the IIT certificate with us is for both. Okay. The architect as well as applied. Okay. A question from Shalu is what is the difference between agentic AI and generative AI? Okay, I think, okay, let me just give you a very brief. So, we can ask a machine learning model, like we call them, such models are called large language models. We can ask a large language model or a vision model to generate something like an image or a text. So that's called the generative AI, where we are asking it to generate the text or generate the image. That's what we call it, generative AI. Okay. While if you ask AI to generate the code and then run that code, that becomes agent. And we call it agentic AI. Okay. Turno AI, the one that Turno our product is, the way it works is you ask a question, it generates the code using LLM, it runs the code, and it gets the answer. Okay. That's called agentic AI. All right. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. A question from Felix is if what if I am already a practical technical person in data science and AI, which of the path is recommended? I would say that uh, go for architect. You will learn the algorithm design. Okay. If you're already technical enough, you will learn the algorithm design. If you wish to learn algorithm design, if you wish to learn what's going on underneath these AI models, okay, yeah, I think we'll correct Guru, right? Um Guru Karan, thank you for bringing that to the notice. On the website, 10 months course was labeled as Applied Data Science and AI course. So I wanted to know that 10-month course is actually architect course. We'll be changing the title. Okay, we'll be changing the title. All right. So 10 months course, we are calling it architect course. And the second one, the 3 months course is that Applied AI course. Okay. All right. Sorry for that confusion. Yeah. Yep. Team Tejvi, let's change the title. Okay.
Sure, Sandeep.
Yeah, we'll be, yeah, it's because we've recently launched the Applied AI course. So we'll just get the get the approval from the IIT Roorkee as well, and we'll be changing the title. Okay. All right. Yeah. A question from Abhishek is by agentic system, I meant, would you have sessions covering LangChain, LangGraph? No, I'm not going to go detailed into LangGraph or any of this, but I guarantee that you'll be able to do all of this in maybe 10 minutes. Okay. And yeah, for that matter, I will not be going into too much details about PyTorch or TensorFlow because most of that is common sense. Okay. And most of these days, you will anyway generate the code for any of this. So you'll be able to deal with all of that. Okay. Because there are just too many infinite layer of things, and it doesn't make sense to train people for one. Okay. And like you will be able to choose, right? Many places what's happening is right like for some of our customers who are who we are supporting in their AI journey. So some of them basically they started with saying, "Oh, we'll start with LangChain." Then they said, "No, LangGraph." Now they say, "No, no, no, we want to build our own." Right? So effectively teaching any of the libraries did not make sense to us. We did have a course earlier on the LangChain. We have the recordings, we have those parts, but that's it. You don't have to really waste your time. Okay. Most of these things you can invent on the fly, or you can just get it generated from the AI models today. Okay. All right. All right. A question from Rishabh is how are the exams conducted online or during campus? So last exam, those who opt for the statement of marks, the last exam is conducted in IIT campus. Okay. While rest of the exams are conducted on online platforms. Okay. There is a certain format in which you have to attend that. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful to have all of you in this discussion. I'm looking forward to see you in my class, and it's going to be it's going to be an important you know journey for all of you. Okay. So yes, there are a couple of questions left. Uh, okay. A question, I think this I've answered, Divya. A question from, is there any course geared towards Microsoft Fabric ML experience? Yes, Peter. Basically, we don't want to focus too much on an individual tool. Therefore, the machine learning course, once you are through with it, like the architect course or even the applied AI course, you will learn about machine learning, how it works, how things happen. And inside that machine learning course, there are a couple of examples with, let's say, Azure ML. How would you get something done via Azure ML? So there are examples, but we are not doing it specifically for Microsoft Fabric. Okay. Mm, A question from, okay, this I've answered. Uh, I'll receive certificate from IIT Roorkee or CloudXLab. It will be from IIT Roorkee. Okay. And for this architect course, you will have to present your end-to-end project in campus. You will have to, like those who are outside of India, they will have to present online. Those who are in India, they have to go to campus at IIT campus, and you have to present your final project. There will be a final project that will be unseen in the sense that you choose a data set from of your choice. You build the entire case study and the machine learning model, and you have to present it on the last day. Professors from IIT and with the faculty members from CloudXLab both will be available in that in that, and that's how it's going to be. Okay. All right. So yes, the campus is in Uttarakhand, if you know, near Haridwar in North India. Okay. Yes. Ashu's course is I want to learn about machine learning. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead with your question. All right. Wonderful set of questions. And yeah, go ahead. I think if you are in India, you will have to basically seek permission from IIT if you have a valid reason not to go to IIT. Okay. So you have to seek permission, and yeah, if and then you can attend online. Yes, Abhishek, that would be my goal as well. So, Abhishek's point is my real gain and fulfillment from the course will be at the end of the course, I'm able to build my own chat GPT without using frameworks or available tooling or library. Yes, that's exactly my goal as well, right? That you all must be able to build your model from the scratch. Okay. And that's my expectation from everybody. Okay. And I guarantee that you'll be able to do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ashu, you were saying something? So the textbook that we usually follow, okay, in our machine learning is this textbook by Aurélien Geron. Okay, this is the textbook which we follow, right? It's Scikit-learn, Keras, and TensorFlow. That's the one. Okay, all right, all right, wonderful. Thank you, everyone. It was a wonderful set of questions. I hope this was useful. I'm looking forward to my first class. My first class, when you are joining the first class, make sure that you come with the mindset that you're going to work together, have the mic ready so that you can speak. And yeah, because it's a very involved class where people like the students present their work during the class, and there is a discussion, there is people ask questions in details, and that's the magic about the class. And I guarantee that for 10 months, every day, every week, you will look forward to the class. Okay, you will look forward to the class. That's my you know my objective, that you must look forward to the class. All right, perfect. Thank you so much, and yes, I'm looking forward to the class. Yes, you will learn about machine learning in both the applied AI, applied course, as well as the architect course. How will you get the session certificate for this session? There is a link posted in the chat. Please go ahead and fill that form, right? From Tezveer. Tezveer has shared this link. Please go ahead and, okay. I'm resharing it. Fill that form, and yeah, I'm looking forward to your feedback. I will, right. All right. Thank you so much and have a good day. Okay. A question from someone is that would we get alumni status of IIT Roorkee? Actually, I mean, you will be getting the alumni status for this course, or the course is run by EICT and us, and right? But the alumni status is I don't know what does it mean by alumni status, but the most important part is you will stay connected with the alumni of our courses. Okay, and the relationship with the CloudXLab is lifelong. It's not like transactional, like my students who finished earlier, um, like 10 years ago, they are still connected with me. So yeah. Next is with respect to you know going to the campus, visiting campus. You are allowed. You can reach out to EICT at any point of time. And second is with respect to verification of your certificate, the IIT will verify the certificate at any point of time. Okay. So in future, at any point of time, if you have to get the certificate verified, the IIT will be more than happy to do that. All right. So thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Yeah. So the session is like a group doubt clearing. So in the classes, people use the classes for doubt clearing. Okay. And that basically is actually helpful for everyone, right? Sometimes some people who want to discuss the career and other things, they schedule one-on-one with me. Okay, that is something that I really appreciate. That if somebody is stuck, they should schedule one-on-one with me, and right. But it's more like a free-flowing, just being me in during the course. That hey, I want to discuss few things with you one-on-one. I'll be more than happy. But technical doubt, I prefer that we should do it in class because your questions could be very helpful for the other person. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to you in my class. Bye bye. Have a good day. Yes, Ashu, you have questions? You've raised your hand. All right. Yes, go
हेलो.
ahead. You have a question for me?
हाँ, मशीन का. हेलो.
What? Yeah,
हाँ,
go ahead.
मशीन 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 लर्निंग का.
Machine learning is covered in both the courses. In architect course as well as applied AI course. You can go to CloudXLab, you can sign up for the course.
और कैंपस किधर है अपना?
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Jay, please go ahead. You want to say something?
कैंपस कैंपस किधर है इसका? वो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ.
What?
कैंपस.
It's so this course is going to be online. Course is going to be online, and it'll be the class is over Zoom only. Okay. There is no
हाँ,
physical campus. Yeah. Is that your question?
नथिंग नथिंग नथिंग.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ashu. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Jay. You had some question. Yeah, Jay, you have a question? Can't hear you. Okay. Yeah. Prabha, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the session. I'd like to know if there are specific system requirements to be able to do this course.
No, not really. You don't have the system requirement, but it'll be great if you can do things on your laptop as well. But we have the lab which is based on the cloud, so you just
Okay.
need to join that. You can just log into that one and then that's it. Like for example, if you I can just walk you around, so you can see my screen. So if you go
Yeah.
to CloudXLab,
Yeah.
in CloudXLab, if you go to, let's say, my courses, and these are the various courses, right? So okay, and where is that? Let's say this one. Okay. And in this, you have these. This is a architect course,
Yeah.
and in that, basically, let's say you want to do anything. Let's say the here, right? This is the work now. Here, okay, I'll just log in, logged out from my lab. I'm logging into my lab. So this is my login password. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the celebrity who looks like me. So in this, you will basically do the work on the lab here itself on the cloud. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
Got it. Thank you,
Or
sir.
so this is like the cloud-based lab that we have. You can
Mhm.
also directly log in into the lab from here. If you go to my lab,
Okay.
from there, you can just open this. Okay, like here, say I'm creating a new Python. So this is my first Python code, 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, I did this
Right.
and then I said Shift Enter to run the cell or run the
Yeah.
cells.
Okay.
Okay, so everything is on cloud. You can just sign up and get started there.
Okay, yeah. So after we finish the course, will we be able to access our work? Like,
Yeah. So here there are two things. One is
okay.
my courses. The access to the course remains lifelong. The
Oh,
content remains lifelong. Only
okay.
the access to the lab, the
Oh,
login, that
right.
will go away. This will go.
Okay. Got it. Got
Okay.
it. Yeah. Thank you so
But if
much.
you want, many people what they do is even after course, they whenever they have to prepare or do hands-on, they take the lab subscription again and then they continue. So that's how.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. And yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Yeah. Bye. Bye bye. Have a good day.